Hey guys, hey finicky family, happy Catterday. Says it's Saturday, January 7th, 2023. I'm home and enjoying some cuddle time with my big girl Lucy. Actually, she's kind of the reason I want to talk to you guys. Give her room to turn around. She is 17, going on 18 years old. Oh, hot cinnamon tea. And today it's a balmy 32 degrees outside. There's a little tiny bit of snow falling. It's just now starting to cover and coat the branches. So I figure in a couple of hours it'll be really pretty outside. It'll be really, really pretty outside. But what I want to talk to you today about is something that Lucy has been getting for the last 3 months. With her age, she naturally is going to have arthritis. And in the past, we have done infrared treatments for her on her spine. She is in particularly prone to having some pain and discomfort there, because when I adopted her as a senior cat, she was well over 25 pounds. She's now down to 13-ish, 13 and a half, which is good. But all that excess weight on her joints, and in particularly on her spine, really did some, I don't want to say it did some damage, but it just definitely didn't help her with as she grows older. That excess weight just really doesn't help. So we were really excited when our veterinarian finally got the new Solensia medication in. Now, Solensia is an mRNA medication made by Zoetis, and it really is designed to help reduce not so much as a pain medication as it reduces the inflammation in and around the joints. Generally, you will see some improvement within the first month that they get it, but they do want you to try it for 3 months or 12 weeks. See how it goes. They say, a fair amount of the kitties will have an improvement. With her age, I don't expect her to jump around and act like a kitten, but I want her to be comfortable in her senior years. She is now at her 3rd shot, because Zoetis is a shot that they get every month. So you'll have to go into the vet to have them administer the shot. It's just a subcutaneous shot, so I anticipate as time goes on, some of that may change. It's not all that different than delivering an insulin shot to your diabetic cat. So there's a lot of parallel there that I would not be afraid to give her a shot. But for now, since it's new, the veterinarians are keeping a tight rein on it, which is completely understandable. We don't want them having a bad reaction, that kind of thing, and not know what's going on. So she's in her, like I said, she's in her 3rd month with the shot. And much to my surprise this morning, she went down the basement steps, which she hasn't done in months, years. And I figured I would have to, that she would call for me. She would kitty yell, kitty yell. We all know what a kitty yell sounds like. I figured, she went down, I'm going to wait. And she did whatever her exploring was downstairs in the basement. And then she came back up the stairs all by herself. She didn't even ask for help. That's a huge improvement. Her getting up here to cuddle up with me on a chilly day, that's an improvement. So she's getting her Solensia shot. We'll probably keep going with it going forward. She's okay with going to the vet. So getting in the carrier, kitty carrier, is not a deal breaker for her to get the shot. Other things that I do around the house for her is making sure that she has an elevated pet bed, which sounds kind of contradictory, but it's literally she has an orthopedic dog bed, which gets her up, that she has to step up onto it. It's nice and soft, but it's firm enough to support her. And it gets her up off the floor, so she's not, if you take a look at some of the cat beds, they're just this real thin pad underneath. The cats will feel the cold, and with her arthritis, we want to eliminate that. So we're actually using, I think it's a 3 or 4 inch orthopedic dog bed for her that she enjoys. She knows it's hers. She doesn't give it up. If you want to know what that dog bed looks like, it is in it's actually in one of the Zelo commercials that she did a couple of years ago. I'll link that down in the description, and you can go out and you can see her laying in that actual dog bed. That was not on loan from the producer. That was actually her bed that we brought from home with us for the commercial. And it ended up being in the commercial. So there is that. So my conversation just today is just to say hello, Happy New Year, and keep an eye out. Things are going to change a little bit on the channel, as you can tell. We're starting a new year, maybe going in a different direction a little bit. And we'll be talking about some things that are health related, like the arthritis in our senior kitties. And we'll also be talking about things that are behavior related. We'll be covering some cat sitting professional tips for my cat sitting colleagues that we'll get into. And we will also be hopefully getting some interviews on here as well with some experts in the area. So there's a lot that we're going to be doing going forward. We're also going to be doing a series on clicker training for your cats. So we always talk about that clicker training, but it never seems to really stick. I don't know if that's because people don't quite understand how to do it with a cat, or they become bored with it, or their cat doesn't seem to be responding. So we'll be addressing some of those issues with the clicker training. We'll be looking at teaching some tricks, teach your kitty some tricks, and how you can utilize that clicker training going forward for behavior modification. It is kind of important for the behavior modification realm of things. So we'll be covering some of that. If you're not familiar with clicker training, you can find in my book understanding cat behavior, the very last chapter, chapter 10, is clicker training for cats. That's a real basic conversation about it with 10 lessons in there to help you move along. There's also there's a new clicker training book out by a gal who actually trains the big cats. So yeah, you may want to check out her book as well. But we'll be looking at all those kinds of things for adjusting your kitty's behavior. So there's a lot of, between the professional part of it, which if you're just a cat owner and you're curious, I think watching even the professional videos for my professional colleagues is going to be beneficial for you if you ever need to hire a cat sitter for whatever reason. We do find in our business that cat sitters, people hire a professional cat sitter usually because their pet has issues or concerns. And we'll be covering those at a different kind of level, but general public you'll be able to watch them too. You'll be able to watch them too. And those videos will be insightful for you. It'll be insightful for pet sitters who want to take the cat sitting realm of their understanding and their business to a higher level. So we'll be calling it looking into leveling up. We're going to level up the care for our kitties that are in our charge. And that's it for today. So talk to your veterinarian. If you have an old senior cat, generally about 8 to 10 years old, they start to show signs of arthritis. Then, at that point, we can talk to your vet. They'll probably start them on Cosequin or Dasequin. Solensia may be something that you should consider for your own cat as they grow older. Like I said, my big girl, she's 17, going on 18. I think there was a Christmas, what was that? What is that song? Whoop, don't bite. Are you biting? She does bite every once in a while. She didn't want me to have she doesn't like, silly girl. Like I said, she's feeling feistier. She's feeling better. But yeah, what was the song though? Where was I, that song? You are 16, or you are 15, going on 16, I am 17. Oh, Sound of Music. There you go. There you go. That's it for today. Have a wonderful catter day, and we'll see you soon.